Hello, everyone. Welcome to Awaken Your Freedom Show. Please subscribe to support our growing community. It really helps. So, think about this for a second. If you ate an extra 100 calories today, you wouldn't wake up overweight tomorrow.
Right. Not at all.
Yeah, but that exact same, invisible mathematical law is actively deciding whether you're going to be broke or wealthy in 5 years.
Absolutely.
So today, our mission is exploring Darren Hardy's notes on the compound effect and really figuring out why massive consequences in life never actually come from those dramatic viral moments, but from tiny, seemingly harmless daily decisions.
Yeah, because, our cultural obsession with the overnight pivot completely ignores our biology. I mean, our brains are evolutionarily wired to react to immediate visible threats or rewards.
The whole tiger in the bush thing?
Exactly. The tiger in the bush or, the sugar on the tongue. We are just terrible at perceiving these abstract, microscopic shifts over really long time horizons.
Which kind of explains why consistency feels like a cheat code that nobody actually wants to use.
Right, because it's intensely boring.
It is. I mean, skipping one workout or spending $10 on takeout doesn't trigger any alarms. But the source material suggests we should look at these choices like an airplane's flight path.
Oh, that's a great way to look at it.
Yeah, like if a plane flying from LA to New York shifts its nose by just 1 single degree, you don't feel it in the cabin.
You wouldn't notice a thing.
Right. But a few hours later, you're landing in an entirely different state.
And that trajectory shift is, it's the perfect mental model. The gap between two destinations widens silently. By the time the difference between being healthy and unhealthy or, wealthy and broke is actually visible to the naked eye.
It's too late.
Yeah, the compound effect is permanently locked in. Consistency, like just putting away a small amount of money monthly, will always beat those intense emotional bursts of motivation that really only last a week.
Right. I totally understand the math. But let's be real here. If those early results are totally invisible, how are we supposed to survive the initial slog without just quitting? Because, everyone's quit.
Well, you survive by understanding the mechanics of momentum. Like, people view momentum as just getting lucky.
Sure.
But in reality, it is the invisible accumulation of back-end skills, algorithm history, audience trust. I mean, a content creator might post 50 times with zero traction, right?
Yeah.
And then suddenly they explode on Video 51.
So the effort on Video 51 wasn't inherently better. It was just like the moment the accumulated force finally tipped the scales.
That is exactly the tipping point. But to reach that threshold, you have to track those early inputs. You cannot improve what you actively avoid.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Tracking expenses or logging your time creates the raw, conscious awareness needed to maintain your trajectory before that momentum kicks in.
Looking at your actual screen time or tallying up every single coffee purchase is almost like stepping on a financial scale for the very first time.
It's brutal.
It really is. You do not realize how heavy those small habits are until you actually measure them. But even if I track everything perfectly, willpower eventually runs out. Right?
Which is why tracking is just the bridge to the ultimate failsafe, which is your environment. The source material argues that you do not rise to your goals, you fall to your environment.
Wait, fall to your environment. That feels a bit fatalistic, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Are you saying individual willpower is completely useless here?
No, not useless, but willpower acts like a battery. It depletes throughout the day as you make decisions.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Yeah, so if you surround yourself with negativity or people who just accept low standards, you are constantly draining that battery just to maintain your baseline.
Right.
But if you design your environment hanging around disciplined people, removing friction from good habits, your surroundings do the heavy lifting when your willpower inevitably crashes. Success is profoundly environmental.
So what does this all mean for you listening right now? We actually have a challenge for you based on today's discussion. Pick just one small habit right now.
Just one.
Yeah. Save $5, read for 10 minutes, or exercise for 15 minutes, and commit to it for 30 days. Not perfectly, but consistently.
Build that invisible trajectory shift.
Exactly. But I want to leave you with one final thought to mull over. The exact same compounding principle that builds success also builds failure. So what small, seemingly harmless decision are you making today that might be compounding in the wrong direction?
That's a scary thought.
It really is. To close, please don't forget to subscribe on your favorite platform, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, or Spotify, to stay sharp and never miss a drop of knowledge that could change your financial life. Thank you.